Good morning, my friends. It's so early and it's not very hot out yet, so I thought I was going to come outside where the air is fresh and bring this very special reading to you today because so many people wonder with somebody who's not in contact right now, will I see them again? Sometimes you move away, sometimes you get a new job, sometimes a family member moves to a different country, but there are lots of people in our life that we have had very wonderful relationships with, and they do disappear. So, this reading today is to give you a different view. I picked my cat tarot deck because I love it, and also it reminds us not to take life too seriously. Because if you are missing someone who is not in your life at the moment, there's no reason that you have to feel like you will never have joy or that you'll never have fun or that you'll never have peace, right? Because that's ridiculous. Sure, there might be somebody missing, but we don't have to live in misery. So, good morning, Rakesh. Good morning, Fairy Doll. Hi, Kane. I'm so glad you guys are here this morning. And oh my gosh, I forgot. What we're doing is, hang on just for a second. Let me just do this. I'm so glad to um, add Bina as a moderator on my channel because Bina has been really having some interesting experiences ever since she came into my world. And I'm so grateful that she's going to help us out. So, Bina, today the favorite is, what is your favorite work? What have you done in your life that was your favorite job? Okay, so everybody who'd like me to draw a cat card for them today, I'm happy to do it. And so put in there, what is your favorite work? You might not be doing it right now. It might be work that you did at one point, but that's what we're looking for. So now I'm just going to see if I can do this. I'm going to see if oh, yes, I can. So I'm setting up that foggy thing you see there as the side of my cup. But I do want to shuffle up the cards a little bit. So today I have a hard finish at 1 hour. Peer support worker. Wow, Kane, that's really cool. That's awesome. Um, Kane, I would love to have you be a part of my WhatsApp community. So if you use WhatsApp, please come over there. Bina, are you having fun in the community so far? As I go through, Bina's going to help me keep track and thank everybody for being here, remind you to put in your favorite work. And I'm just going to focus on the cards. I'm hand holding my camera today so I can more easily read. And I'm going to, whenever I don't have my regular setup, you never know what's going to happen. Oops, okay. So I'm just going to cut the cards. And Kane, you are going to get the first reading today. So, Kane, you've been here a lot. So let's think of somebody that you have known in your career as a peer support worker? And has there been someone in your employment, a fellow worker or a boss who you really loved? And you wonder, will I see that person again? Okay, so I'm going to, let's see, how's the easiest to do this? I think I can cut for cards out here one handed. Yeah, I can. Okay. All right, good. Let me have a sip of my tea. Cheers, you guys. Welcome. It's only 7:18 in the morning, my part of the world. And this is a cup that I got in Mexico at a flea market. I love flea markets, and it's one of the few things I brought with me when I came home. Mm. And that's kind of what's on my heart because I've moved so much that there's some friends and people I love dearly. I don't know if I'll see them again. Okay, will you see this person again? Let's take a look. Okay, so you know what? This shows that beautiful Three of Cups energy and friendships. What an interesting card to pick for you, Keen, because as I look at these cats, there is an empty bowl, isn't there? And so it looks to me that some of the relationships that you had in your former employment. They were very, excuse me, I might say messy, okay? And that in the peer support world, sometimes the peer support helpers have equally as much need for support as you do, as their clients. Isn't that true? And it can get messy. So as you're in your job, as people help people, things get spilled. Emotions can spill out and become messy. And so sometimes people have to leave that profession because it's draining. Now, I worked at the pet cemetery for about a year and a half, and I loved the pet cemetery so much. But talk about messy, messy, messy. My boss was actually formerly incarcerated, and he only had a 10th grade education, and he was very tough, but he had a heart of gold. But it was very apparent that life had kind of beat him up a little bit. So the people where you used to work, they do miss you. See the empty bowl? But they are not holding you with any sort of negativity. They think of you often and they miss you. So there may be a chance that you'll see some people that you used to work with. You may run into them at you may run into them at a market or at a bus stop, some surprising place. But I would say the message is to keep your mind open and don't let yourself feel sad about people who have passed out of your life because you lost them in a legitimate reason. When you do think of them, the key is to send them love and to lift them up and pray or make an affirmation for them that even though it's messy where they're working, that you are sending them all the best. Okay. I love this card for you, Kane, because even in my work, it's messy because people come into my world and they are so sad because someone is missing, and when that's the case, you can have a sour feeling when you don't need it. Okay, um, thank you very much for helping out, Kate. Good morning, Mystic Christina. It's good to see you today. Oops, I'm outside moving I'm going to try to keep this camera square. But yes, to get a reading, Rakesh, all you do is tell me what is the favorite work that you have done. In even could be something from when you were quite young and something that you recall, or it could be something you're doing right now. But what is your favorite work? I can tell you that I am doing the favorite work of oh my gosh, my favorite work right now is reading these cards for you, so I'm so blessed. Mystic Christina, my favorite job was working in radio as a morning co host and news anchor. Are you kidding? What a cool job. I love that. Now, the reason that I ask you guys for the favorites is because it helps me get a handle on what is working in your life. Even if you're not doing that job anymore, the fact is that it lifts our spirits more to hear a favorite than it does to hear a complaint. So, Christina, think of somebody in your life that your question is, will I see that person again? And I'm using the cat deck today because it's playful, and I think we need to hold our past relationships with a playful mind. Okay, let's see what we have for Christina. I want to make sure with my lighting here. Can you see that okay? Oh, yeah, there it is. So we have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, take a breath. I have to look at what that is. Oh, so looking on the ground, this is so interesting. So Christina has cats, and I know she loves her cats so much. And I'm glad I picked this deck for you, my friend. And so, hi, Andrea. You are going to be next. I love that. So, Christina, now look at how the cat's attention is on what's happening right now. Okay. So she is looking up and she is um, I sense this growl. You know how cats go, "Rah, rah, rah," or they chatter sometimes when they see something that intrigues them. So for you, as you have departed and left this person's company, it was important. they were kind of in a situation where they were kind of tangled up in their own situation. They had lost some things. Look at the bottom of the card, and there's that little bag with the two fish laying on the ground. So your person got distracted by something that they lost. And actually, as you looked at the person, you thought, it's no big deal. You can get over this. But your person was making a big deal. Have you ever heard of making a mountain out of a molehill? Well, their needs got to be too much for you, and you needed to be more of an audience because you have a playful personality and you do make light of things best you can. But the reality is that sometimes people with great needs can need you too much. So you needed to take your eye off your person and look away. Now, where is that person today? Uh, uh, they are dealing with their own deal. Okay, they are trying to understand the call on their life, and they have a lot of choices to make. It could be that you see them again, but it's not essential for your well-being that you see them again. So what I would do is when you think of them, send them thoughts of love and then create an affirmation that says, even though I'm not in touch with this person, I know they're in the hands of the divine working out their shit. Sorry for the shit. Okay, let's move on. And next, hold on a second. I'm sorry, I don't want to make you all dizzy when I'm. Oh, I can see the hummingbirds are coming. So if they're flocked, I will let you see them. And let's see, Andrea. Welcome, Andrea. I don't remember seeing you here today. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Today we are talking about the things that we've done in the past that have been a blessing to us. And some of us are blessed to be doing our favorite work of our life right now, which is certainly true for me. So I will invite you if if you're curious about my work and you want to step in and work more closely with me. I have a private community. It's on WhatsApp, and I would love to have you. And my wonderful assistant, Bina, is going to be putting my email address into the stream so that you can find me easily. So, Andrea, what is it? I want you to hold a person in your mind. It does not have to be someone from employment, but someone that you're curious. You had a breakup, or they've put you into no contact, and you wonder, will you see them again? Okay, let's see here. This is your card. Okay, let's see, coming into focus here. All right, so as we look at this card, I'm just reflecting. What I'm seeing here is a black and white situation. And as you know how curious cats are, so these cats are very curious. There's a white cat and a black cat. The white cat is reaching towards the center of that. I'm going to see it as a portal, and that's Murphy barking at my neighbor. So what I'm aware of here is that cat's ear, the white cat. Hold on, I have to look. Yes, you know how cats. I'm sorry for Murphy. Excuse me, Murphy. Murphy. I promise it won't go on too long. Anyway, do you know how cats can turn their ear so they can hear something and not move their head? They're kind of sneaky that way. And the black cat is just looking at the orb with curiosity. So I'm seeing that orb as a portal, and that one of you was being called into something new and the other wasn't so sure. Andrea, this is kind of a strange message, so I'm hoping this is resonant for you. I'm noticing the red background, and that's helping me see that this could be family of origin related. That one of you was called into something different, a different way of doing things, a different country, a different value system. And I believe it's you actually who's been called into something different. The black cat is somebody who watched you go away, is curious, but they don't know what to do about it. You have your ear turned, your attention turned backwards to look back at this person. So, what that shows me is that you have a longing to see the person again, but what's real is that you need to release them. You need to release them to their highest good and to their own path because it might not be the right path for them. Is there a way for you to stay connected? Always in spirit. Always. No contact is no contact, only in 3D or in the reality that you can touch and feel right now. But if you desire to have continued contact with them, just send them unconditional love. An affirmation that can work would be, even though we're not close right now, know that I love you unconditionally. Even though we're not close right now, know that I love you unconditionally. Could you see them again? Possibly, but they cannot come to your vibration unless they choose it. And if you're called to live a higher and more fruitful life, don't you take your eyes off the goal. All right, Andrea? All right, and if you guys have questions about these readings or you want to touch base with me, feel free to contact me at tarotinfoplease@gmail.com. Oops, I dropped my card. Um, because I am happy to follow up. I will contact you and answer questions that you might have. All right. Thank you very much, Andrea. And Magnificent Success. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Oh my goodness, Murphy was your cat's name, Andrea? Now, see, sometimes what happens that's so crazy is that we have resonance in these readings that I cannot know. And not only that, but Murphy doesn't know. And yesterday in the reading, Mystic Christina told me that when Murphy barked, it was very meaningful for her because that part of the reading where Murphy barked was a clue for her life. So, you guys, this is so cool. Sandra, oh my gosh, Sandra, let's all send a heart to Sandra. What happened with Sandra is she was here with me. What was that? Gosh, well over a year ago, maybe more. I was coming live on Sunday mornings, and I could always count on Sandra to be part of my world. Sandra, you definitely want to be part of my WhatsApp community. So email me and I will send you an invitation. In my community, I put different teachings and readings into there that the channel does not see. This morning, I was walking at sunrise and I had a special message for my members. There is no cost to belong, and we are having a party over there. Okay, so Sandra, favorite job is working with kids. And I love that. I was a teacher for a while back in the day, and I loved working with kids too. And I can tell you, Sandra, what I'm aware of right now is I work with people's inner children. I work with inner kids because the part of you that believes in magic and believes in cards, that's the part of you that is the inner child. That's what fascinates you about hummingbirds and listening to a woman chit chat from the other side of the world. So, Sandra, hold in your mind someone you're wondering about. Will you see them again? And when you work with kids, it's pretty fascinating when a child comes back as an adult and reconnects, isn't it? So let's see what my cat cards have for you today, Miss Sandra. Waiting for it to come into focus. All right, so Sandra, this is such a cool card because as someone who works with children, isn't it true that you have to use tough love? You can't have those kids doing what they want to do. You have to cut off behaviors that are not appropriate. And yet, when you do that, Sandra, you have a certain energy about you. It's don't mess with me. I could use the F word there, right? Don't mess with me. I love you, but there are rules to be followed. When I see the wallpaper on the wall behind our queen, what I'm seeing is clouds. And so I think for you, with your person, there were a lot of cloudy experiences, a lot of times when you did not see the sun shine with the person that you're wondering about. And can you see the two birds? There was a part of you that always wanted to escape. You wanted to fly away from the situation, but something in your heart would not let you. So when the circumstance came where you needed to stop having them as an active part of your life, it could be one of the children that you had to cut out of your service because of their behavior, or it could be a coworker, and even an ex could have this same energy, that when you used your tough love, it wasn't easy for you, but you climbed up on your very special queen's throne, you snuggled in, and you trusted. You cannot care about a person's problem more than they do. I woke up with that thought on my mind today, that I can't care about one of my clients. I can't let myself be engaged at a higher level than they are. It wears you out. So I would say with your person, there is a strong likelihood that you will not see them again. And that's okay, as they go off and allow themselves to live the life that they're intended to live. The investment that you made in their life is there forever. So don't be worried about people that you don't see again. We can't control that. What's important is to release them with peace and with love. All right? And I'm having a lot of hummingbird activity here. You can see why I love to do my readings outside, even though it's not quite as easy as at my little office. Okay, so let's see who's next. Oh, hi, Sandra. Andrea, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Wonderful. I'm glad. Please do like and subscribe to the channel, and I am so happy to do more work with you. Okay, so I'm going to pull a card for the collective because I'm sensing that there's somebody who, just like that hummingbird, there is someone that keeps coming in and out of your life, and they move quickly, and there's great attraction, but they won't sit still long enough for you to create something. And quite frankly, this person may not be the best person for you. Your friends may be saying, "Why are you hanging on to that person?" But you feel they are important. You may feel that they are a soulmate. Okay, so those of you who are watching, I would love to draw a card for you. All you need to do is drop into the stream, what kind of work do you love to do? What is your favorite job that you've ever had? And I am happy to draw a card for you. Okay, so this is the card for the collective. Somebody you really like. Your friends aren't so sure. In fact, your friends wish you would not like them, but you really do. So is it in your highest good to see this person again? Will you see them again? All right, and so the card comes into the light, and let's take a look. Okay, now, does this look like an ideal relationship to you? The bird is in danger. Now, the bird may not realize how safe they are, because what does a bird think about a cage? Is a bird aware of the cage? Is the bird aware that it keeps it safe? The cat doesn't care about the cage. The cat sees the bird as a prey, the predator and the prey. And so interesting that hummingbirds were part of our scene today, because birds are intended to be free. Even a bird in a cage, like a parakeet, a lorikeet, or a canary, or a little what's the little singing bird that they're finches that people keep in cages? We keep them for our entertainment. And so something shows me that your person is keeping you for entertainment. Have you ever heard of breadcrumbing? Breadcrumbing is when a person gives you just enough attention to keep you in their world, but not enough attention for you to feel free while you're being with them. So, as much as your heart desires to see your person again, you have to be honest with yourself. It looks like the energy of your person is not in your highest interest. Your person likes toying with you, and often you feel intimidated or afraid. But there's something about that thrill. There's a thrill to being in an unhealthy relationship. And I can't explain that, but it's just so true. Breadcrumbers attract empaths, right? So every little crumb that you're given makes you feel like the person loves you when they don't. So I'm telling a certain person, one of my viewers watching this right now, you are in a situation where it's in your best interest not to see your person again. Turn your back and walk away. Go and look in a mirror in your home, look yourself right in the eye and say these words: I am 100% comfortable with being my person's source of entertainment. I am 100% comfortable being given only a crumb of attention. When you look in the mirror and say that kind of thing to yourself, it's an eye opener, isn't it? Because are you comfortable getting one speck of attention from someone, or are you willing to fly away when things aren't right? This little hummingbird is chattering away. Somebody needs this card. All right, so what we're needing today is, what is it? What kind of work do you love? What is it that fills your heart with joy when you're doing it? Now, because we're waiting for someone to step up for their reading, I'm going to intuitively sense what's going on here. I feel that there's somebody watching. They have a child who has cut them out. There is a sense of estrangement, that your own child has decided that they don't want to be in contact with you. This can be very painful, and sometimes it's hard to feel any gratitude when that's going on. So, if you are in a family no contact where someone has asked you, please don't contact me, and perhaps you are an older adult like I am. I'm 71, and I do have friends who have children who have cut them off, and they grieve that they wonder, will I see my person again? And because their life is shorter, their grief is very strong. So, viewer, if this is you and you have been cut off from your child, this is what I'm wanting for you to receive today from the universe. Oh, look at, I just love this. Love my hummingbirds. Okay, hi, I'm Rita. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here today. To get your reading, all you do is put into the chat, what is it that you love to do? What's your favorite work? Okay, and so what we have here for our parent who's been cut off from a child, let's wait for the light to hit. Ah, this is a very interesting card, the Emperor. Okay, so in life, the way it's supposed to be is that when you are a parent of an adult child, that you are seen with the utmost of respect. I think that what's going on in our culture is very difficult because children, adult children, want to be the emperors of their parent. Adult children want to boss around their parent. They look at their parent as incomplete. They see their parent as uneducated. They see their parent as not very useful. And the truth is, when you're older, your life wisdom makes you incredibly valuable. But do you know why we put a cone around an animal's neck? My dog had to wear a cone just recently because she kept licking at a paw, and the paw developed a raw spot, and that raw spot was getting infected. So, my dear friend, this is for a viewer very particular about an adult child who is not speaking to you. They are not aware of how much value they have. And my friend, partly it's because of our culture. Our culture does not value elders. It's more of a quick Snapchat culture where everything is changing by the second, and they see you as old fashioned. Now, here's your message: you have been licking at your own wound. This is heavy duty, and this is true for anyone who is out of contact with someone. You have control over your reality. You don't have control over the person, but you do have control on your experience around the person. You have been picking and licking and picking at your wound. Every day you say things like, "My children are ruining my life. I am miserable because my son won't call me. I am miserable because my children will not pay attention to me." Those thoughts are causing an infection in your spirit. The, the divine angels and God are calling you to wear a collar. No kidding. This blue collar is at the neck. You must speak your truth in a different way because you are causing yourself misery. And guess what? Your child can feel the misery. They can feel that you are not letting them be free. They feel micromanaged. They feel bullied. I'm so sorry to break that news to you, but your thoughts have power. So today, take your throat chakra and change it. Begin to use this affirmation. Now, mind you, this is a message particularly for adults with children who are cutting you off. And here's your affirmations. Even though I do not like this message at all, because I need the attention of my child. The truth is, I'm miserable and I want peace of mind. Even though I can't trust that they'll reach out on their own, there's a part of me that knows these words are true. Even though I can't change my relationship with this person, the truth is I can change my thoughts and I can trust them in the hands of the divine. Even though my loved ones feel fleeting like hummingbirds, they come and go without paying enough attention to me. Sometimes they only show me their tail when I want their head. The reality is that once I learn how to speak about my family differently, I may attract an entirely different reality. Remember, life and death are in the power of the tongue. And when you're speaking words of criticism, it's not loving. This is a strong admonition for someone today, and I just lift you up, my dear friend, because being cut off from family really hurts. But we are in control of our reality as we control our tongue. Okay? Wow, I just need to take a minute on that one. I actually have a very, very similar situation There are people in my life who differ from me with spiritual matters, and particularly in the area of my siblings who do not understand my choices. And it is foolish for me to pin my joy on somebody else's opinion of myself. So I'm going to lift my beautiful teacup to you for a moment, filled with flowers, and I will go on to the next person. What kind of work do you love to do, Rhino? What is it that fills your heart with joy? Sometimes the job you're doing right now is not so exciting, but I want to know what kind of work fills your heart with joy. Magnificent success, my dear Bina. What kind of work fills your heart with joy? My tea is so delicious today. Just to think that there's people that, oh, a butterfly just flew by. I'll just see if I can go over and spot it on the doorknob over there. See that butterfly? The other day I was out and a butterfly landed on me twice. That's the joy of being outside. So let's select. Would you like a reading? If you're new here, I want to draw cards for you. All you do is put in your favorite job or your favorite work environment, and I'm happy to draw a card for you. Meanwhile, let's see. I'm picking up on another soulmate. There's somebody out there. Have a wonderful day, Andrea. Thank you for being here. There's somebody watching right now. There's a soulmate, and they have put you into no contact. Very painful. They won't let you text them. They do not want to hear from you, and you just can't believe it. You're like, nope, I'm sure they're my soulmate. So if that is you, I'm drawing a card. And Magnificent, do you know Janice? Janice is a member of the WhatsApp community. She's a dog walker. That's how she makes her money. No kidding. People pay her good money to walk their dogs while they're at work. She is knocking it out of the park. Now, right now, I'm having pressure in my chest, so I feel like the person that's watching, I know you're watching, I can feel you. Your soulmate has cut you off, and your heart is broken. You may have that feeling like you're going to cry. You know how that feels in your throat? I'm feeling that in my throat. So I am sure that the person who needs this reading is here right now. Your lover, you felt like it's a soulmate, has cut you off. Here's your card. Oops, it's upside down. Hold on. So your soulmate has left you and you are alone. Okay, let me see here. All right, my dear, dear friend, see how this cat is holding on to that strand? That cat is turned its back to the world and is holding on to just a strand of love. What you're thinking is your future. What you're hoping for with all your heart is simply not to be. If your person has told you, do not call me, do not text me, and especially if they've said it more than once, you must pay attention. This cord, this ball of yarn is purple, isn't it? See, it's purple. And it's also very small, meaning that it has been used. This relationship was important. And even though you don't agree because you're sure it's yours, see how the kitten is holding on to that tangle, holding on to the knot? This is finished. I am sorry to have to tell you that. I would love to tell you, no, they're going to call you today and you're going to get married. But that would not be fair of me because the reality is guidance, your guardian angel is drawing you to drop this person. The good news is look what's behind. Look at the beautiful balls of yarn, all representing new humans. Humans who are, yes, they have tangles, and yes, there's the possibility that you will have hurt feelings with these people, but a fresh start is what you're needing. You learned so much from this person, didn't you? They were good to you for a while until they weren't. But now holding on to them is not good for you. You couldn't even knit a baby sweater out of that ball of yarn, much less knit a sweater for a new person. I wouldn't be surprised if you don't knit, my dear viewer. So here's the good news. There are all of these humans who have been waiting for you. Some of them as friends, some of them as lovers, but you need to realize letting go right now is in your highest good. When you think of your person, in fact, listen to this. You want to grab a rubber band or a stretchy bracelet. If you have a bracelet made out of smoky quartz or onyx, that would be outstanding because those crystals absorb negativity. Every time you think of your person, switch wrists with that bracelet. Another way to do it is to take a handful of dried beans, buttons, any small object, and put it in one pocket. And then every time you obsess about your ex, take a bead or a bean and put it in your other pocket. Keep track of how many times you're thinking about this failed relationship. As you switch wrists, as you draw attention to how much of your precious life force you're investing in this past relationship, it will help you wake up. You need to face the truth. There are many fish in the sea. There are many hummingbirds at the feeder. There are many butterflies in the sky. You guys, look. There is somebody coming, my dear viewer. There's somebody coming into your life. You just can't see it. They may be a caterpillar right now. They may not be ready for you. But the truth is, this butterfly is visiting you today to bring you the hope that yes, you can let go. Let go of that past relationship. Allow yourself to evolve into something that's way more suited to you. My goodness, my dear viewer, I'm not sure who you are, but you really do need to let go of your ex. Holy moly, you guys. What a special reading. I have goosebumps all over my body. Okay, so again, if you want me to read a card for you, all you have to do is write something into the stream that you love, something that, oh gosh, the butterfly just came back and landed on this card. All right, I feel like I want to do another one for Soulmate. All right, I feel like the energy is red hot for that. So if you want a personal, private card, you got to put something you love about work. But if you're just somebody who's lonely and sad because your soulmate won't talk to you, I'm going to do another card. I've never had a butterfly land on me during a reading before. How fun. So if your heart is broken today and work is awful, thank you for telling me that. But what kind of work would you rather be doing, Robin? What kind of work is your dream? What kind of work do you love to do? Now look at here. Our butterfly friend is visiting the deck, so I feel like there is, oh my gosh, it's going to land on the camera. Oh, it's right by my hand. Oh, I just have to sit here for a moment in complete gratitude. I can't even take a video of this butterfly that's right on my phone. I'd rather do no work personally. Oh my goodness. This butterfly has a message for us. Okay, I'm kind of speechless, which is highly unusual for Catherine. Sweet butterfly, what do you have? Do you have a message for Roman? Roman, I'm going to do a message for you because This butterfly seems to be calling. Okay, so Roman, what I will tell you is that as every butterfly starts out as a caterpillar. And caterpillars have a very humble life. They have to crawl on the ground. So, what we're seeing is for you, my dear Roman, is that you're in a caterpillar stage. Caterpillars are a nuisance. They are, some of them. Some of them are born into moths, and the moth is beautiful, but the caterpillar can actually devour plants and tree leaves, and so they can be a nuisance. So I feel, Roman, like your nuisance energy is a sign from the universe that you have butterfly energy coming toward you. And now this hummingbird is coming right. Okay, so Roman, even though it's hard to believe, you are in a temporary situation. The butterfly is still, now it's crawling to my hand. You guys, I am blown away. This has never happened. So, Roman and everyone else who's feeling frustrated, right now, what you need to realize is justice will come. And as you embrace your caterpillar stage, you will be lifted to flight. So the butterfly's on my finger, it's actually tickling my finger, and off he goes. And the hummingbirds are here to bring you the hope of flying. All right, so what do we have? So we have the Lover's card. Now, a lot of people think this is about soulmate, and the butterfly is back on my lap, and this is not. The Two of Cups is the Lover's card. This is the card. Oh, there's a second butterfly flying around me. Oh my gosh. This, I have two butterflies. The butterfly has landed on the card. There is no question that this is a reading. Hang on. This is a reading for people who are frustrated being caterpillars. The butterflies are here in numbers to show you that is just temporary. It all caterpillars become butterflies. There's nothing you can do about it. Having gratitude for anything will help you, Roman. This is a promise of employment that will fill you with satisfaction. This is a card of two people who get along even though they are different. Bosses do not remember a lot of the time that they were once caterpillars in their profession. If more bosses would have the presence of mind to remember what it's like to be a beginner, they would have a lot more compassion and they would shower a lot more light on their employees. But many bosses forget the early stages of being an employee. Also, management can somehow be very much in caterpillar energy themselves. A manager is not the owner of the business, and managers are always in the middle. And it's no fun to be in the middle because their bosses are leaning on them, get more productivity out of your people. And the employees feel micromanaged. And if you are micromanaged, you tend to be a bit grouchy. And so the energy is not good. So the Lover's card is very much a pro career job. Now, the butterfly is here on my finger. I just want to show you that. I can feel him on my finger, and it's almost a little annoying because his little feet are causing my finger to be itchy. Okay? So, the issue for you, my dear Roman, is there's something about your look at how he's going backwards. Oh my gosh. You need to go backwards a little bit, Roman, and you need to find the things that are okay about your profession. Even if it feels impossible to find something to be grateful about, it's absolutely critical. Now, there are many YouTubes on that you can find right now that are I am affirmations. So if you put into the search window, I am grateful, and then just listen to someone else. You don't have to solve anything, but if you start saying, I am grateful for the air that I'm breathing. I'm grateful that even though I hate this job, it does bring money in my pocket. I am grateful that I came into this reading today where Catherine has never had a butterfly or hummingbirds the way she is today. I'm grateful for the loving group of people on this channel who will send me their positive energy. So, everyone who's watching right now, put the heart, send energy to our dear Roman. Let Roman see the blessing of being in caterpillar energy. Help Roman create a mindset that this is just temporary and that new life is coming. I once heard a quote about caterpillars that some caterpillars would rather just grow and be fat, sassy caterpillars. They don't really want to fly, they just want to learn how to thrive as a caterpillar. But humans and butterflies are the same. We are never intended to live forever in our lesser being. We are meant to stretch and grow into our potential. Okay, what a fantastic reading. Oh my gosh. Okay, little butterfly, you could fly away now. I think Roman got the message. But on the other hand, if this butterfly wants to continue with me, I'm game. So, Amrita is an auditor and loves being an auditor. So, thank you so much, Amrita. And there's Murphy. Murphy is barking and cheerleading for all the auditors in the world because we do need the auditor. And my neighbor is driving by real slow. I think he's wondering, what is that girl doing? Welcome. And why don't we all put a thumbs up to the universe right now? In fact, you know what? Open your hand, lift your hand to match mine, would you? Lift my hand and watch my Roman. What are the odds? Now, you guys, Roman is filled with doubt right now, and I don't blame you, Roman. I was filled with doubt when I was younger. I'm 71 right now, and I'm still, parts of me are still caterpillar energy. Even though, hang on, see if I can focus on them better. Even though I am a butterfly when it comes to doing readings and what have you, but the reality is that this butterfly is here with us today, supporting us. The fact that you're seeing butterflies is no fucking accident. Oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't say the F word on lives, but I couldn't help it. But anyway, so Amrita, being an auditor, let's see. I'm just going to reach forward here. Look at, isn't this fun? You guys, I'm just going crazy. Okay. I'm glad you have the ears to hear. Now, see, that's a gratitude. OMG. I'm just so tickled for you. So, Amrita, let's see what the butterfly sees for you. This is more fun. I've never had so much fun in a reading, you guys. I need to come outside more often. All right, so Amrita, let's look at your card. And yes, okay, so Amrita, this is a card that indicates, hang on a second. There may be a little bit. Okay, so the card itself is about someone that are you wondering, will you see them again? Will you see them again? So there's a person in your life who feels that you are a bit defensive, okay? And remind those of you who just joining me, we have the unbelievable blessing of a butterfly that is here with us during these readings. And the message is about caterpillars. Caterpillars are immature butterflies, right? A caterpillar is an undeveloped butterfly. And so, as you are thinking about your person, they are immature. They are feeling that you're being defensive. See the claws that are out? But you are so busy with your career and you're busy building your life. And quite frankly, the person you're asking me about is short sighted. They're not seeing that you are needing this time to develop yourself. You're not ignoring them, you're not mistreating them. They have cut you off because they don't understand that. Your work on creating your career is primary. Finding work that supports you is something that you need to do. So, your person, will you see them again? I do think so. I think that they need to have time where they evaluate what their needs are in terms of their relationship with you. But your stance, notice how comfortable this cat is, just laying comfortably. But the eyes show a little bit of caution, a little bit of just stay over there, would you? Just stay over there. Your energy is not supporting me right now. Do I love you? Of course I do. But the reality is, the separation we're feeling is best for both of us. An affirmation that might work would be, even though this is difficult for me, I'm going to maintain the distance I'm feeling. Even though it does not feel loving at the moment, I'm going to maintain the distance I'm feeling so both of us can continue to grow. All right? Beautiful, beautiful energy for you, Amrita. I do believe this person will gravitate back to you when they are a bit more in butterfly energy themselves. Okay, I have time for one more reading today. I am on a short schedule because actually let me see if I can focus in here. I am taking um, line dancing lessons, and believe me, I am like a caterpillar when I'm doing the line dancing because I don't have enough experience to be an expert, and it kind of bothers me. So, this perfect example, this butterfly is showing me embrace my inner caterpillar. Do not be ashamed of anything that I am just not feeling confident about. Okay? Your person who's not speaking to you right now, it's their problem. If you need to move on from the person, you need to release them to their caterpillar status. So I'm going to draw one more card before I go. Anybody want Roman, if you want to have a little bit more information, do email me because it's only a one card reading and there's only so much that I can do in one card. And look at how our butterfly is coming in and out of focus. So, Bina, would you put our email address in one more time? So, anybody who wants more information about how to work with me, be in my community, have a private reading, all of that information. Thank you so much. Oh, Roman, if you check the description box, there's something called the Magical Money Machine. It's something that I created to help people who are getting mistreated at work. I created it for people who are getting mistreated at work. And Roman, it sounds like you. So check the description box, watch for the Magical Money Machine. And of course, Roman does not have to be the only person to take advantage of that. Okay, so now I'm going to draw one more card for no contact. Somebody has cut you off. You're wondering. You wonder, will I see them again? Will I? Let's take a peek. This is our final card of the day. And my butterfly is not leaving. I am just shocked, you guys. This is too fun. Hey, anybody like butterflies? Let's give the girl some flowers here. Let's put a thumbs up for everyone that's here. Hit that thumbs up, okay? And so, is somebody let's take a peek here. Oops, wait, I turned it. I thought it was upside down, but it was not. So if you're seeing this reading right now, the person that has you in no contact has got you confused. Like I feel confused about why is this butterfly staying with me? I don't understand that. And so I feel like with this person, you really don't understand what is going on. Why is this person out of my world? Everything is topsy turvy. So I'm going to turn this around again. Nope, this is the way it's supposed to be. And so, this, I would say, have you ever heard the saying, the jury is still out? I feel like this is an incomplete relationship. There's somebody, you're in no contact right now, and I think there is a chance that this person's going to come back. There's no question. They are confused. They can't figure it out. They're drawn to you like a moth to a flame. and they don't understand it. It's exactly what's going on with me as this butterfly has landed on my hand and has been here for the last 3 readings. All right, so I don't understand that. And I think that's the energy of your person. They're confused. Now, are you causing confusion in your person? Are you giving mixed signals? Is, oh, I'm okay. I think there's a friend of yours that you've friend zoned. I think this is exactly what's going on. Somebody wants more from you than you want from them. You're in the friend zone, and that friend zone is not comfortable for you. So, will you see your person again? Yes. You see them all the time. But what you're needing to realize is when you say no, that you will not receive them as something deeper than a friend, that they are not giving up. So it may be annoying to you because you may be thinking, look, I'm not into you that way. The cards are showing that you need to see you might be in caterpillar energy. You might actually have a future with this person, but the part of you that needs to feel something, the part of you that feels there's something missing, that part of you needs to hatch because this friend zone person is more than you think. All right. So if you're hearing this and you have a friend zone person, remember the butterfly that is landed here during the reading. Remember that this butterfly is hanging out with me. It's like soulmate energy, right? So I feel this for sure. A friend zone person is waiting for you to wake up and see there is love potential here. So, you guys, this is really an exciting reading. I am determined to do this again because how the hummingbirds and the beautiful butterflies have blessed our reading today is it's just sending me over the moon. There will be timestamps on these readings, so come back and see them later today. And I am tickled pink to draw this reading to a close. I'm going to go off and try to wake up my caterpillar energy into a dancing butterfly. And I will see you guys soon. I love you deeply. Me and the hummingbirds, my beautiful butterfly friend, we release you to your day. Go forth and prosper and know that you are abundantly loved. Take care, my friends.